Mikey, what's going on?
We're just undoing some bolts right now. Yeah, and I'm always going to be hacking darts, so that's probably just going to have to be.
That's OEM for Mike.
Yeah.
It'd be weird if you weren't, honestly.
It would.
Hacking darts and breaking darts.
My copper can be
I knew you could say
Boots and hearts. Boots and hearts.
So what are we doing today?
We're changing the tension rod bracket brace because this one's all bent. And FDF just came out with a. You like that?
I do like that. Snap-on makes that or what?
Taking the copper piping out of your.
To sell for liquor money, Randy?
Ray, ripping the plumbing out of your walls for liquor money is fucked.
Yeah, you can see that this one's all bent up because people have just jacked up off of it. So I'll pull this off. And as we were just talking about 240 parts, I could probably sell this for premium. So take this off, put some newer, better stuff on it, and I'll be rocking. Got my main man Kyle here.
What's going on, Kyle?
As usual, no big deal.
He's the main mechanic.
Yeah, something like that.
Not that. Oh, no big deal. Nice. Did you make this table yourself, Mike? No, I bought it from a guy in Oakville. Kyle's a big hammer guy.
Huge guy. Oh, it's not this one that's the problem.
Jack's job at FDF is doing what you're doing all day long with these guys. And a lot of other things too, but like in general, he is the media master. All right, so as you can see, we got on a couple little complications on this quick install. That's how everything goes when you start working on S chassis and older cars like that. We were removing this bent and broken tension rod brace. Install a new kit that FDF has made. We got one of them up on here. All the bolts were kind of broken in the chassis, so I had to remake them so that they can fit proper in there again. So cutting, grinding, welding, no problem. It all fits proper now, better than it was before, that's for sure. Now it'll be easy to work on. I hate when bolts aren't the same sizes and stuff when you're grabbing like a 17 and a 19 and a 16 is the most annoying thing. But I guess this is just a kind of taste of what I sucker myself into. It's always something different. It's just another situation that you get yourself into and you got to climb out of. So simple bracket install turned into replacing all the hardware. Spent an hour on that, got all that freshened up. Now we can get on to what we're actually doing. Bolt the other side on, and then there's going to be a new power brace section, and I'm going to fabricate that using the pieces that they have with the kit. There's also going to be a full video, obviously on the FDF channel, of explaining.
And we'll drop the link down below for their
100%.
channel and that install video if you're more curious for the full install.
Explaining the whole process, and then even if you check out other videos, you can see where it goes from farm to table, right, Kyle? We're going
from the farm to the table at FDF to Mike GT Custom.
Straight from a nice sheet of high alloy steel into the water jet, into the sandblasting department, into the into the sandblasting department, then to the boys in the welding department, then maybe sandblasted again after welding, and then powder coated, and then here. So there's a lot of steps to make these kits, and they go through everything on their channel, so I highly recommend checking it out. I'm also in a ton of videos on their channel too, Corvette series, just hanging out with the boys, doing stupid stuff, having fun. But yeah, any questions, always happy to answer them as best that I can. So if you guys have any questions about the kit or the reasons why or the install, you can reach out to me. You can reach out to the FDF guys. We all like giving people information and trying to lead them in the right direction to get what they want out of their vehicles. These brackets are super beefy. You could probably honestly just bolt this onto the chassis and it's going to be a superior upgrade compared to the factory one. What we do recommend though is making it like that power brace design. It's just going to add more strength into it. The kit isn't supplied with the tube for it because it's usually easier for you to source tube locally and ship tube locally, especially if you're buying like a 2-foot section like this. We do recommend using an 1.25" Dom tube, so a drawn over mandrel. Traditionally that's Traditionally, that is going to be a general recommendation, especially in any form of automotive fabrication, roll cages, bash bar bumpers and stuff. You probably can get away with laser seam stuff on that because they are kind of a piece that's made to break. But in general, you want to make this as strong as possible. You're going to get as strong tubing as possible. Step up from this would be chromoly. Double, triple the cost of what this piece would be in chromoly. But yeah, shy of that. It is not mandatory to add this in. I do recommend adding it in, especially if you like making shit, because now you're gonna make this little section of your own as well as FDF. You kind of get to do your own flair on it. You can use square tube even if you want. Just to make sure it's really thick and solid. Circle's gonna be best. Now we got this one side remedy because I had to do some fun stuff on this one. This one came apart pretty decent. All the bolts stayed in the chassis, which is sweet. So you have your 2 connection points here, and then you have your 2 connection points in the front. This is a radiator stay point where the little rubber is going to kind of sneak in there. It honestly just slides right up on. There's a little bit of elongation in the holes to make your job easier, because especially these cars, if even Jack will come look at this front cross member, they've jacked up on that too. So this is not straight right there at all. So everything kind of gets moved. So there is a little bit of room for movement in there. The sway bar bracket does come back up and get attached on that. But once we get all the bolts up on, we can just play with that after. So we'll do that in. Nice and snug. Ta-da! So that's in there now, and then I'll just grab that dom tube that we just had on the table. You can get a chair even if you want. I might even grab a little tube. Give me that chair, Dom. That way I can hit it with the Ethan Ledger eagle eye. Accessing this that I can kind of play with. If you're worried about scratching up your paint, you can always throw some painter's tape on it. So I just want to generally center it where I want to be, and I'm just going to pick a starting point. Tube, so I'm going to pull it over a bit. Hold it straight to your other side. Again, this is just general. You can play with it all after. This hits in the bed, so now I can only get halfway through the bed. That's what's the issue with this bandsaw, just because of the way that it rotates, but I can easily just go back the other way now. Spin it around, see where it is, get it in general, where I want it to be. Or just start from fresh again, and it's no big deal. Rain brought me lots of tube. Or I could just finish it. Like, it's honestly so close right there. I'll just do that, honestly, just to... So I'll just finish it off with the Sawzall. Oh, one right here, ready to go. Won't pass me a battery count? It'll probably get us close. Ready? We got our pipe all made up there. Notch to our, well, not really notch, just cut on some miters to line it up with our plates here. And we're on the money. Just got to trim it a little bit and we'll tack it into place, unbolt it, bring it down. The boys are going to run a train on it and we'll bolt it back in.
TIG weld train, right?
Yeah, TIG weld train.
Oh, okay, okay.
Yeah. Well. I'll just me to a foot race. Only time they're needed. I'm just gonna throw a tack on.
Shut up.
Huge speed tap.
It's
guy.
not justified.
Thank you, Mike.
It's so
He literally
justified.
just
So what are you
said
doing
it-
there,
he-
Mike?
There's
Sorry?
broken
There's a broken
taps.
tap in there, and then I just picked another hole, dude.
But you're bolting that to stop what?
The distortion, because I'm gonna throw so much heat into this plate, it's gonna warp it and move it. It would honestly probably be fine without it. I just like being a little extra sometimes.
Right on.
Need more juice. Should be good now.
You ever had archive before?
This will get your YouTube comment section going, dude. Let me tell you.
You can't do that. It's going to take away the structural integrity of the metal. It's improper. You can't grind those well. You were
Yeah, dude's like, it's
Does
fine.
a 100-kilometer entry on a road that you can barely fit two
We're
cars.
just going up the road, it's fine. Pulls handbrake right before the train track.
That's the course.
Did you jump drift the train track?
No.
No, the road's not very wide down there.
Allegedly.
Allegedly. I don't know.
Just for legal reasons.
I just
In
think-
Mexico.
Honestly, when you
All right, guys. So we got our quick little Saturday morning tension brace install all finished up. This is probably just a quick representation of exactly of the stuff I sucker myself into and little small odd jobs I do here and there. Always, there's a problem that always arises. You got to problem solve it, fix it, move on to the next thing. So let me know if you like stuff like this. If you want to see more fabrication stuff, more car stuff. If you just want to see cars going fast, let me know what you want to see. I'm always happy to help give people knowledge, answer any questions people have. This will be my first time saying this, but if you could like, comment, subscribe, it'll definitely help a lot. We're going to see how far we can take this and see if more people are interested. The more people who are interested, the more willing I'm going to be, the more wanting I'm going to be wanting to do more stuff like this with the help of all my homies and my friends around me. Had a good day hanging out at the shop with Matt and my FDF boys, running a train on some tubes. Everybody got some welding done, got to grind some bolts, and overall just a fun, chill Saturday morning.